Hey everyone, it's been a whirlwind 7 days in the streaming world, hasn't it?
So if you are a part of the queer community and I've hurt you, I am sorry.
What the gosh darn is happening?
What the fuck are you, bro? I was trying to walk up the street. Doesn't matter, bro.
Psychological and domestic stalking and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me.
Yet amid this whirlwind of controversies, the gravest allegations by far stem from Amiru's claims against her former partner and prominent streamer, Mizkif. Amiru's new stream revealed much scarier details than anything at TwitchCon. This time, it involves some of the biggest stars in streaming. Everything I'm sharing here is just allegations. Everyone stays innocent until a court says otherwise. Okay, let's dive into what really went down between Amiru and Mizkif last week. While Amiru was live, she said this.
At the end of my last stream, I said that when I got home, I would be talking about some other things that I really did not want to talk about. But I feel like those things, developing independently of their own from the TwitchCon incident, have gone to a point where I kind of feel like I have no choice. Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about stalking and harassment and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing.
Amiru stepping up with these details was a massive moment, no doubt. It's awful for anyone to face that kind of pain, plain and simple, but it hits even harder since Mizkif is such a powerhouse in the streaming scene. If you're new to this, quick backstory. Amiru and Mizkif were together from early 2022 until early 2025, when things fell apart quietly after she moved into his content house. As I mentioned, he's a top-tier name who's built a huge following over the years, clocking more than 2.1 million fans on Twitch alone, with peaks that have drawn nearly 192,000 live viewers during big events like charity drives or collabs. He co-launched One True King, or OTK, back in October 2020. Overall, Mizkif's been a go-to figure in gaming circles for close to a decade. Even if his full sessions aren't on your watch list, odds are you've scrolled past his viral bits on TikTok or spotted him popping up on mega streams with creators like XQC or Pokimane. Naturally, folks online start asking tough questions when stories like this drop more than a year after the fact. Why hold back until now? And besides the fact that people who went through this don't have to share their story whenever others want them to, there is another big reason Amiru went on to say that Mizkif had threatened to blackmail her if she ever told her side of what happened.
At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him. I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably going to come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet.
He even took it further by threatening one of Amiru's staff members face-to-face at TwitchCon. Doing that in person at a huge event like that is next-level crazy. And again, these are still just allegations until proven in court. But if any of it is true, it's straight-up awful behavior from Mizkif. Another big reason she finally spoke up is that she hinted on stream she's worried other people could end up in the same danger with him. She never said it outright, but pretty much everyone watching understood that's what she meant. She came forward so nobody else would have to live through what she did. After that, Amiru started going through a bunch of things that happened while they were together. I'm only going to give a quick summary here because her full story was super long, super detailed, and some parts are too heavy for YouTube rules. She could say them on Twitch, I can't. If you want the whole thing, go watch her VOD and her channel in general. Basically, she described Mizkif as a boyfriend who would overreact, get really angry, and try to control everything about her life.
It's not a secret. I think everyone who paid attention knew that he was very controlling over what I wore, to a degree, who I was friends with, and even when I would stream. We're both streaming the Rust event, and I thought it was going really well. I thought everyone was having fun. I was like, oh, this is great. Everyone's, doing the same thing at the same time. We're all hanging out, we're gonna have fun. Like, I was really excited. And then I start seeing in my chat, people start saying, unofficial Miz raid, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me. He's saying, like, Emmy, I'm gonna myself. I waited so long for this, etc. Basically, he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher viewership than him.
And if that wasn't enough, Mizkif would barge into Amiru's room whenever he got angry and slam the doors so hard that he ended up breaking them for real.
There were many ways out of that house if he wanted to leave the house that were closer to his stream room. He intentionally chose the door that was right by my room. I feel like that's pretty apparent, at least to me. He starts walking behind my stream and slamming the door so loud that my noise gate can pick it up. So even people on my stream are able to hear this is happening. And he slams it so hard and so many times that the front door literally broke. The lock did not work anymore. It didn't work for months, and it would just make this horrible sound that I would have to hear like every day. But
Amiru then went on to say that Mizkif would throw stuff at her. One time it hit her in the eye and gave her a real black eye.
he would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye.
Mizkif, of course, fired back with his own stream about the whole thing. Pretty much everyone watching agreed it was one of the worst responses you could possibly give. And to show just how seriously he was treating it, he didn't even turn off random donation messages, so his chat kept getting blown up with nonstop dono spam the entire time.
These were a big part of her life, but as those
Eventually, he gets to the part where he talks about the accusations. Instead of answering what Amiru said he did, he turns everything around on her and does exactly what he had threatened. He starts blackmailing her on stream. Right there, he accuses Amiru of abusing the rabbits.
rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible, and my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.